Now let's get back to two of Australia's or Labor's biggest weaknesses in this campaign. Two things that are doing enormous damage to the country and our cost of living, and of course Labor's re-election hopes. They are electricity policy and the Climate and Energy Minister, Chris Bowen. We keep asking him for an interview, but he never fronts. But when he did a press conference in Queensland today, he was asked some of the questions that I posed in my Weekend Australian column last week. And you will simply not believe his level of denial and delusion. Remember, this is the bloke who promised he would cut your electricity bills by $275 a year. And instead, they've gone up by $700 or $1,000 or more. And it's all because of his reckless rush to renewable energy. Yet listen to this exchange.
But if transitioning to renewable energy has driven prices up, why would more of the same produce a different outcome?
Well, who said that? Who said that transitioning to renewable energy drives prices up?
Well, everybody receives a power bill.
Mr Dutton says it's the fault of renewable energy. He's wrong. Every expert says the cheapest form of energy is renewable energy, of course, backed by storage and firming and transmission.
Really? He actually denies that shutting down the cheapest forms of reliable power, spending hundreds of billions of dollars on renewables and transmission and storage, he pretends that's not the reason that costs have increased. As Sky's Harry Clark said in that interview, we've all seen our power bills. That's Chris Bowen in absolute denial, which is too kind, actually. This is a bloke blatantly lying. There is only one reason we now have record electricity prices, and that is because various governments, accelerated by his own of course, have decided over recent years to deliberately transition from our cheap and reliable sources of power to renewables. That's it. There's no other reason that prices have increased. But the denial and delusion doesn't end there. Bowen was asked about his green hydrogen plans. You know, the ones where Labor has offered tens of billions of dollars in subsidies for green hydrogen, but projects have been going up like hydrogen bombs right around the country. There's the $12.5 billion project at Gladstone in Queensland, the hydrogen hub in New South Wales' Hunter Valley, and a $2.3 billion project in Victoria's Latrobe Valley. In South Australia, there was a $600 million project at Whyalla and another $750 million plant at nearby Port Pirie, and some others too, all fallen over, with a few in Western Australia too, including a $1 billion plant at Kwinana, plus a project planned for Bells Bay in Tasmania. Tens of billions of dollars of projects offered tens of billions of dollars in subsidies proposed by major companies like AGL, Woodside and Fortescue, and they've all fallen over. Yet listen to Bowen today.
So actually the forecasts for green hydrogen in Australia are by and large in keeping and on track with the forecasts that were in the National Hydrogen Strategy that I and all the state ministers released a while ago. Over the last 12 months. No one said that building a green hydrogen industry in Australia would be smooth or easy.
No one said it would be smooth or easy. Has this bloke ever listened to himself?
Under an Albanese Labor government, these jobs will be secure because we'll be leading the global green hydrogen revolution. Only Labor has the plan to ensure that Australia is part of and is leading that hydrogen revolution.
It's just hilarious. He's talked up a big game on hydrogen, hasn't he? A revolution, no less. And nothing is happening except wasted government funds and broken Labor dreams. Even the Green Left Bible, The Guardian, is talking about hydrogen, how hydrogen is flaming out, and wondering why the government is still pretending otherwise. But Bowen today seemed to have a solution.
I've already announced the first winner of the Hydrogen Head Start program just a couple of weeks ago in Geraldton in Western Australia. A big project, an important project which is globally significant. So green hydrogen, we've never said will play a very important role in the broader electricity mix in Australia.
Yes. He's got another announcement, another big project, a global project. That'll do it, another announcement. Bowen and Labor have never been short of announcements. It's just the follow-through that gets them. It's just reality that catches up with them and us with our higher power bills and more green hydrogen bull dust. Well, to paraphrase Bowen from a previous election, if you don't like Labor's promises on energy or its performance, don't vote for them.